Good evening. Welcome to the main event. We have a Cho debate for you on Cakes and Football. It's a passion of Kai's and the rest of us we wanted to do. We've got Will here and the main man Kai. We've also got our good friend Gem, who has been on a Cho debate before, but as a host on the Cho debate. Yeah. So he's off the leash in this one. He's off the leash with no responsibilities whatsoever. He's a no holds barred. I'm hoping Slendz joins in because I need Will to have a tag team partner.
Yeah. Thanks, Slendz, if you're watching this.
Yeah, Slendz,
thanks a lot.
Double crossed him.
I mean, Will, I'm not going to lie. I feel sorry for you. You're coming up against me and Kai combined.
Exactly. I'm done for. I'm done for. I'm done for.
Thank you very much.
That's like the World Heavyweight Championship, bro. That's what we are.
What they've done is, this is an old wrestling thing. What they've done is, just for the match, Will, they've attacked Slendz in the back. He's been checked on by the trainers. We don't know if he'll make it.
Andrew, it's like Daniel. It's like Daniel Bryan versus the Shield back in 2013. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, I've been handcuffed as well. I've been handcuffed.
Rise, be the Stone Cold. Rise above the authority. Come on. Anyway,
got the yes movement.
Yeah. Like and share the channel. Subscribe to the channel, please. Descriptions for everyone's channels and their Twitter, including Gem's, is in the description, so it's down there. If you want to put in a super chat, please do, because I know there's passionate fans on both sides of the Cho debate. We are like Gem's done before. We're not going to have people shout over each other. You know, we're going to listen to each other. People are going to not make it personal. Kai. So
I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
So, like I said, if you want to get involved, please do put your chats in. We'll read them out. Going forward. But okay, so Cho is a bit of a divisive character in the Chelsea community. Obviously, people think he has the potential to be a world superstar. Some
deluded bunch.
Yeah. See what I mean? Let us. This way. Some believe he's not there yet and needs a bit more time. I think there's more, maybe a bit on fan versus fan instead of maybe Cho, but. Some people in this community can't criticize a player without being called out for it. So, don't worry, we'll get you some help. I think Marshall's on his way, so I'll put Marshall in your corner. Yeah. So,
but Marshall, I don't want Marshall in my team because he doesn't even fully believe in Hudson-Odoi. So I'm not. I'd rather be on my own than have someone.
Wait. Why do we have to have teams? Why can't we just debate it like?
Yeah, why can't we just debate it?
I know.
Don't have to have team. We just debate it.
How are we approaching it? We're just going to do like the positives, the negatives. Are we going to just?
We're just going to give us. I mean, I'm sure not all of us have like either negative or positive side about it. I'm sure even Will has some things.
I know his weaknesses. Yeah, I know his weaknesses.
It's not a character assassination. It's not a character assassination show. It's like
none of us hate. None of us hate him.
I don't hate the little fucker, man. I don't hate him.
So, as you can probably tell, probably Kai and Gem are on one side and Will on another. It's more like a Texas tornado tag, I think. We're not going to do any tags here, tagging it out. But let's kick off. So, Kai, obviously, we've wanted to do this debate for a while.
Yeah.
What is your overall? So, why did you want to do this debate? First of all, Kai, why did you want to do it?
First of all, like what made me kind of like want to do it is the Sancho news. Because if you know me, you know how highly I rate Sancho, and I think Sancho would have been perfect for Chelsea. Because we do need that winger who's creative and who can score goals as well. But he's going to United, which I'm really, really sad about, especially since he's a Chelsea fan, blah, 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 all that sentimental crap. But other than that, right, the reason a lot of people are saying, oh, Cho could be doing the same thing Sancho have if he had the opportunity, which is something I really, really, really don't like. Because I get it, like, you can see that he has talent, but you can't just say, "Oh, he's as good as Sancho" if he was given the game. There's no backing behind it. It's basically just an opinion. You know what I mean? So that's why the main reason why it happened. But yeah.
Okay. And
shut up, Fatou, you simp.
And Gem, you've done a Cho debate before, but obviously you're coming from, you're not hosting. Why do you want to do this Cho debate?
I think Kai hit it on the head, really. For me, it was the Chelsea fan base's comparison of Sancho to Cho, and that wound me up a bit because you're comparing him to a player whose outputs have hit double digits in assists and goals in one season. All right, you can argue that Cho's not had that opportunity, but I still think that there's levels between the two of them in terms of their game, their overall game, and I think it's very unfair to compare the two. And the fact that our Chelsea fan base keep calling Cho our own Sancho is just the wrong terminology. And that's, I mean, I don't hate Sancho. I've never hated him, but there's a lot to his game that, not Sancho, Cho. There's a lot to his game that we need to talk about. He's not the perfect player. There's a lot of things that I've seen that I think he needs to improve on. So I think it's worth having a chat about.
Okay. Same question to you, Will.
I don't necessarily disagree with some of the things that Kai and Gem are saying. I think, yes, Sancho has a lot more to his game, especially in areas in front of goal. I think right now there is a level or two between the players, maybe even more between the players as of now, but in levels of, and I know he's not been able to fulfill his potential yet for whatever reason, for the few reasons that have happened and whatever. But I don't think there's levels and levels between the talent. I think he's a very talented player, and I don't think he's the problem in or out of our wingers. I think if we're going to address the winger situation, I think we should keep him over other options. I don't think he's the problem. I think he has a lot of unique traits in his game, which I don't think a lot of youngsters have at his age. So yeah, I just want to defend him and show why he's not the problem and why he could be a great player for us in the future.
Okay, Porter Super Chat, very important. We are champions of Europe. Yeah, we know what we are. Thank you very much, Kevin Fraser, for donating. Thank you for that. We all know who we are. We're approaching the 5th week anniversary of that, so I just want to point out 5th or whatever. It's the anniversary of it. Yeah. So okay then, Kai. So do you have? So when it comes to, do you have a problem with Cho? What is your initial problem with Cho?
My main issue with Cho is he didn't want to sign a contract, right? He wanted more money. He handed in a transfer request when clearly he wasn't good enough. And then in the 2007-2018, the season that everybody is telling me, oh yeah, remember that time he played under Sarri, the Europa League. It's the same crap that the Ruben Loftus-Cheek fanboys, are telling me the same thing. But reality is, what have he done since? I get it, he's using the injury as an excuse, but if his injury is an excuse now, then why should he stay then? If he's injured and damaged, then maybe we should fucking get rid of him and get someone else. That's my biggest thing with him. And my issue is not with Cho as only with Cho. My issue is people saying, "Oh, don't get another winger because we have Cho." That's my issue, because clearly none of them are enough.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on from there, Gem?
Yeah, for me, I hear what Kai's saying. The thing, I have no issue with Cho, but my issue is that I feel like we're banging our heads against the wall with this certain individual, and you've got one side of the fan base trying to say that he's better than certain wingers that we currently have. The other side of the fan base saying he should go. And for me, the killer for me with Cho is that none of us actually know how good he actually can become. That's the real telling thing. And the only person that can, with Cho, we all know that he's talented. We all know that he's good with the ball. We all know that he could be potentially as good as Sancho. What limits Cho for me though is Cho. Like and not just that. I feel like it's the minutes. It's the minutes in games. I get he's not getting enough time in that as well.
That is it.
But you can't tell me that it's important to keep Cho at this club, yeah, if he's going to continuously keep getting the minutes that he's had in the seasons prior. Because for me, that's just a waste of a winger. I'd rather go and buy someone that we're actually going to utilize and use in games rather than have an individual that's just not going to be used. So if he's going to become the player that he's going to become, let him go somewhere else, unfortunately, and go and do what he's going to do, because it might not be at our football club. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you've heard that. Well, what's your response to that?
I mean, I sort of now get both your points. And Gem, I think you are right with a few things that you're saying, and I get why you said that. Personally, if we were going to go and get another winger, I'd go for a more experienced winger. I think that could, that could not have to be a starter, to not have pressure to be a starter, so it'd be good competition. But I know why Odoi hasn't played under Sarri, under Lampard, and even under Tuchel at times. I feel like Tuchel has had to come in and change a lot in the last 5 to 6 months, however long he's been here. And he's had to go with players he trusts. Lampard, to get top 4, had to go with players he trusts, which at the time was the Willian. Willian is known around Europe for being a winger that works hard and tracks back. Always, even if he's not good on the ball, off the ball, he offers you something. Pedro, a little bit the same. Under Sarri, he was under a lot of pressure, especially after around February time. I get why he didn't play him as much, and then he did towards the end more. So I get what you mean, and I get maybe there is something wrong with his mentality to a certain level, but I guess I don't really fully agree with that. I just think he's going to be a very good player, and I think there's many players we should look to be selling before him or loaning before him.
All right. Kai, would you be opposed if Chelsea sold Cho this summer?
If they just sell him and not replace him, I would be. But if they sell him and they replace him with somebody who's an upgrade, I think in a lot of areas we can upgrade our squad. And I am honestly, if I'm honest, I'm tired of all this emotional attachment to players. If we can upgrade on them, we should. Because for me, none of our wingers are good enough. Right now, after they signed Sancho, United have by far a better attack than us. For me, because I don't think any of those wingers are good enough for me. Including Pulisic. Pulisic has the potential to be very, very good, but the issue with him is injuries. And if your fucking wingers injury record is as reliable as a fucking condom with a hole, you have an issue, man. You have a fucking issue. I'm sorry, but if they have all those injuries, it's an issue.
Yeah, I agree with what Kai's saying, but I want to flip it on Will quickly and just ask him this one thing, because he is someone that supports him, Slendz. I don't not support him, but obviously they see him as being this prospect and
maybe I rate him a bit more than you do. Yeah,
maybe more than most of us. I get that. What is it that you've seen in him, and why can't he solidify his position in a Chelsea team? Why can he not hold a position if he's that good, like you guys talk about him being? How comes managers can't see that, and why does he not get the minutes? Why does he get taken off?
I think I'm not gonna lie. I think there have been players in our team that deserve to play over him at the moment that might have played, like Mason Mount. I think he's been our player of the season. Timo Werner gives you a lot off the ball. His runs do create chances for us. And Kai Havertz is the £72 million golden boy. So in the 3 attacking positions, I get why he's not played this season as much. Right wing back, I get why he hasn't played him in the later rounds of the Champions League, when we've had to have someone more solid defensively, like a Reece James, like an Azpilicueta. I do expect Hudson-Odoi to get more game time this coming season. I do expect him to get more game time, especially now we've not gone for Hakimi. And
every season, Will.
Since 2017, man. It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
And then he sits on the bench and he's wasted again. And then my point is, he just gets wasted, and it's a waste for him. It's a waste for us. You know, we need to be challenging for titles. We're going to be challenging for all 4 competitions. We need players in the team that are going to compete and be able to get in this team. If he's not someone that Tuchel thinks can do that consistently throughout the year, why are we wasting our time? That's my point.
I think, honestly, Tuchel's being patient with him. He doesn't want to overplay him. He doesn't want to play him week in, week out, especially with Reece James and Azpilicueta. In the Champions League final, for example, you know why he picked Reece James, because Reece James defensively is better than Hudson-Odoi. Obviously, he's a right back. I get what you're saying about the hype before the start of last season. With I get what you mean by it's the same thing every year.
My guy is mentally retarded. Doesn't even know what middle age is, man. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
I think that it's completely different because Frank Lampard wanted to play a 4-3-3, at times played a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. At the time, Pulisic was in fantastic... Well, he got injured, but he was in fantastic form before that. Timo Werner just came in, and Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount was a starter. Havertz was going to be a starter. I get why Odoi didn't play under Lampard to start with. I don't think it is the same, because I think Odoi can play that right wing-back role, and I expect him to get more minutes there, especially with Azpi aging. I see Reece James filling in at right centre-back. and Odoi playing wing back. That's what I see happening.
Marshall, welcome, Marshall.
I agree more. It is limiting us. I agree that the 3 at the back is limiting us.
I agree.
But at the same time, it does give like the wide players more freedom, to play what they want to play. And I don't think that's 3 at the back is actually limiting Cho. I don't think it has anything to do with being limited with that.
I think honestly, the 3 at the back, in my opinion, will get him more opportunities.
But it's not though, is it?
But I think it will. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong. He might not start next season much at all, and he could go on loan. But I feel like he could, and he will get more opportunities.
You know what it is with Cho? I'm trying to really pin, and this is not slander. And I know a lot of people in the chat are saying that we're being a bit biased towards him, whatever. But I really want to understand how a young player like him, cannot get more minutes in our team. I want to know what the pinpoint is. I want to know what,
especially with the shit wingers we have as well, man.
Exactly. How shit have they been this season? And it ain't even him, Marshall. I know you love him so much. I know you love him. But what is it? What is it?
Is that your wallpaper, Marshall? Is that your wallpaper?
No.
It is his wallpaper, isn't it?
How was you worried it was?
It's his bed covers.
I'm gonna put my girlfriend back on. Guys, shut up. I gotta put my girlfriend back in my background.
Go on, Jim. Finish what you're saying.
No, I really would like to understand what it is that managers are seeing, which is not allowing him to play more minutes than he should be. Because we all sit here as fans going, "Oh, give him another season. They're going to give him more time," and then we're sitting here the same time again next year, going, "How many minutes did Cho play again? Oh yeah, all right, cool. Why are we wasting our time? Like, if that's going to be the case, why waste our time?" Do you know what I mean?
Is it his attitude in training? Because we're going under the third manager now. Could it be? No one knows. I think it might be an easy answer to say it's his attitude, but why do you think he's not grabbing the chances when he's given limited play? Why isn't? I know he's had some good games. He's had some bad games. Is it him thinking he's he should be in the team automatically, or is it the injury playing on his mind? Kai, I mean, what
is it? His work rate, maybe.
Is it his work rate in training?
Yeah.
Is it, like, remember he got hauled off after 20 minutes against Southampton.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. What is it that maybe Tuchel's not ready to yet?
I think one of the reasons he's not a very good team player. He doesn't like whenever the team defends, they defend as one unit, and I think him tracking back is one of his weaknesses. I think that's a weakness for him, but. The main reason for me is what worries me about Cho is the fact that none of our wingers are world class. You can argue that Pulisic is on his day, like when he's, the game he had against Real Madrid, he could be world class, but a lot of them are inconsistent. So the fact that he doesn't even get game time, then that what worries me, and it's not. And this is not slander for me for Odoi himself. For me, it's slander for the Chelsea board in general. Our wingers haven't been given the best numbers for the last 2 or 3 years, and we still haven't improved on them, which worries me. So for me, the wingers issue is an issue by itself, and it's not only Cho that is the main core of it, but the reality is people are saying, "Oh, we shouldn't get a winger. We have Cho. We should give Cho a chance." For me, I have an issue with that because he's holding the club back.
Super chat from Javan. Thank you very much again. Gem talking sense. Let Marshall get a word in. Well,
the people have spoken. They want their king.
Hey, Marshall, start yakking, man. Take an hour finish.
Are you finished saying what you're saying, though?
Yeah, I'm done, man. Go ahead. Yeah.
Look, so one of the reasons I'm like kind of refereeing this in a sense is because I fall on both camps. Where like there's a reason I pulled up the picture of Ziyech, because what gets brought up really often is why Ziyech isn't playing or Ziyech is playing over Cho, vice versa, whatever. Here's the thing. I think that Callum Hudson-Odoi has the ability to become a world-class player and probably potentially better than Jadon Sancho. I really, really believe that. But the thing is that they're saying, okay, he needs to get more playing time. And when he has gotten to playing time, he hasn't managed to keep his spot. We thought that we saw potential with him at right wing back this season under Tuchel, by the way, because under Lampard, he played fantastic. And he was playing in the left wing and the right wing. At that point, I thought he was great. He was probably one of our best players. And there was people were fighting about why Lampard wasn't playing this kid. So he was great. Under Tuchel, let it be because maybe he's Tuchel's protecting him, or because there's an attitude issue. But under Tuchel, from what we've seen maybe one man of the match performance when he was right wing back against Wolves. He played right wing back again. And then Atletico Madrid, we saw the weaknesses and how he got exploited defensively, which was an issue that he also had with Lampard, which is his defensive ability. There's still room for development in this kid. He's only 20 years old. He has potential to have really, really good games. We saw it against Man City, where he came on and he essentially made the goal happen that tied the game at the very last minute. There's potential in this kid. Am I willing to not bring in a winger because I want to wait on this kid? No, I definitely think we need attack now, and I don't want to. Hudson-Odoi can do what Mason Mount did, or not even Mason Mount, can do what Billy Gilmour's been doing and what these other players have been doing and work their way into the squad slowly but surely, into a regular starter. I think he'll be a regular at one point. But I also don't want to sell him. I don't want him to leave the club. I don't really necessarily even think that putting him out on a loan is the answer. I just think let's have him, let's ease him into games, and he'll eventually play. There's also a right wing back situation that we might need to fill, and he might be important for that. So I stand on both grounds. I really don't dislike Cho whatsoever. I think he has potential, and I really do want to keep him at the club. But at the same time, we need to get someone that can get the job done right now while he's still developing.
Well, basically, you have the same opinion as me, because I don't mind him being a fourth choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like the fact that he's blocking
the fans.
Us improving the team. Us blocking.
My biggest issue with it has been the fans and the fan base hyping him up, bigging him up, saying like, "Oh, he should be starting over whoever, whatever, and all that." Like, I get that. Like, I get you want to see your boy play. I know he needs more play time to get his very best. But even when he has come on, after having a really good game, he'd come on the next game and it's back to, okay, you created one cross in 25 minutes,
This is the thing, right? I wanted to talk about the areas of his games that he needs to improve. And I don't care if you're a Cho fan, Cho agenda, or what, but you need to understand that he's a 20-year-old kid. He's not perfect, So if we're going to sit here and start saying things about his game, it's because he's still young and he can improve on them certain aspects. And one of the aspects for me, especially for watching him throughout last season, is he's in front of goal. His shooting is shocking. He rushes with his shooting.
Shoots like a centre back. Shoots like a centre back.
He's not really a clinical finisher. That's something he needs to work on. People need to understand that. We're not slandering him here. We're saying he needs to work on his game. The other thing that really stresses me out with him as well is he'll get the ball at his feet. He'll be one-on-one with the left back. But instead of using his strengths, which means driving at that left back, he will half-heartedly do it, stop, and decide to play a sideways ball. But once he makes that sideways ball, there's no movement from him. He will just be like a statue. He will just stand in the same position as of where he left the ball when he should be making movement, making runs, 1-2s. These are little things I think he can probably work on as he goes on, as he grows up. But he's not the complete player, and he's going to need time. Has Chelsea got time now when we're trying to compete for a Premier League? I don't know. I don't think we have got time to just allow him to progress. That's the issue at the moment.
Do you think the circumstance of the season, the ending of the season, meant that Tuchel couldn't play him as much as maybe he wanted to because of our end of season? Because we were going for top 4, because we're going for the Champions League, it's like I can't risk Cho in these games because they're big time games. But do you think like
you're spot on, Andrew?
With a good pre-season, we're gonna at the start of the season we're gonna see him given more minutes and maybe like a run of 5-6 games in a row. Even if he plays badly, just let it go, get out of his system. Run like that.
But Andrew, every time you play a player, the first thing you look at is risks.
Yeah.
Is that really a good thing though?
No,
rather than thinking of him as like, oh shit, he can solve the issue, rather than look at him as the issue.
But I just think though with Tuchel, I think he thinks like the end of last season. I think he thinks defensively first more than offensively.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think Cho fits into that, and I think he had a sort of pecking order when it comes to his attacking, and Cho was fifth. And you're right, he has to take some of that
because he can't defend
himself.
That's
yeah,
why.
But in the attacking sense, he has to take some of that responsibility himself. So, but are we thinking that with a pre-season under his belt, depending on who we buy, do you think Tuchel might be more inclined to give him maybe a run of games, 5 or 6 games in a row, so he can start building up his confidence in the games, and even if he plays badly, still to play him? In those games.
Why? That's not fair though. Why should he give him games if he's playing like crap? Shouldn't results come first for us?
But every player needs to get a consistent run of games. You've seen it with Havertz this year. Even when he's performed badly at times, you still play him because look where he is now. He's gradually improved. Got used to starting in now. He's been playing as a forward quite a lot instead of being as deep as he was under Lampard. He's now kicking into rhythm.
Okay,
You've got Mount, who has gone through bad patches at times, but you have to still play him because look what's happened for the last from February onwards. He's been amazing. Brilliant.
He's taking.
What if this year Cho was given a consistent amount of games, but he still hasn't impressed? Then what?
But then we can have that talk then.
We can have that talk.
Yeah, but we've been saying that same fucking thing about the talk for 2017. Every year we have the same fucking talk.
But the thing is, though, it's like at least if Cho gets a run, the people who are adamantly behind Cho no matter what can't come back at us and go, oh, but he hasn't had minutes. He hasn't played that much. You know what I mean? It's like if Tuchel gives him 5 or 6 games in a row, you know, just gives him a run, or even starts bringing him on.
Yeah,
you know, at least he's getting the minutes, like trying to impress.
I think
we can go, well, at least Tuchel's using him, but he's not taking the advantage of it. So
do you know what, Andrew? I think it's more of a, and this is the issue with the fan base. I think it's more of an emotional attachment to the player rather than thinking about it logically and looking at it and saying, look, actually, do you know what? He ain't getting minutes. He might need to improve in his game. We want to win titles next season. Have we got the time to just allow him to start minutes, play games, and maybe not be the player that we think he's going to be? Have we got the time to do that now? That's the problem.
But playing devil's advocate right here, you could argue too that in the very beginning of Tuchel's reign, when Cho was playing right wing back, even that Atletico Madrid game, he wasn't even that bad. He actually saved us from having a goal scored on us by Lamar. I remember that play. He was pretty good that game. And then the very next game, and this is the same thing that's been going on with Ziyech too. The very next game, Tuchel wants to bring in Aspie at right wing back or Reece James at right wing back. Do you think that maybe there's a chance that, okay, he's had the opportunity, and when he was in good form, even though it was right wing back, he just kind of got cut for the experimentation and Tuchel trying to find out what players play best with each other and what formation works for what he's. And you think maybe it's a Tuchel thing for this season at least, for him not getting a run of games?
Yeah, you've got to take that into consideration. Tuchel's only been here for 5 months. 5 months tomorrow, he's been here. It's a very short period of time.
Yeah,
we still can't. Like he could go with a starting 11 this season, one that he knows, and then throughout the season, this could be a completely different starting. Not completely different, but I expect it to be a different starting 11 from the first game of this season to the last game of the season coming.
Because let me just read this super chat out. Gerald O'Connor, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
A lot and managed exceptional players. He now has novices, and some are very good, but not great yet. That's very true, Gerard. He does. It's a different squad than the one he took over at PSG. There's still some good players. There's still some like top quality players in there. But yeah, sorry, Will. We'll be sorry.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say is, Andrew, you're spot on by what you said about trusting players. If we were managing Chelsea and we had the chance in a semi-final to play Reece James or Aspie in wing-back or Odoi, let's say we're new to the job, we're going to pick either Reece James or Aspie.
Yeah.
We need to get over the line. You're right. That's why I do see Odoi getting chances this season. If it's not at the start, it might not be at the start. It might not be in the first 6 to 10 games, but I think he's going to ease him in.
Can I be honest with you guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
think you guys are holding to straws. You guys are getting, this is why he's not playing him. He's gonna play him. He's gonna happen. Cho is gonna be a Sancho. He's gonna be great, and he's gonna dye his hair blonde, and he's just gonna be amazing. He's just gonna be basically be Goku as Super Saiyan. You're just holding it too late.
We're not saying that. What we're saying is, listen. I don't know where I sit in this. You know, if he balls through, I think sometimes he does get a bit too heavily criticised, and you know, seeing as he's come for Academy hasn't cost us anything like a £60 million certain Captain America wannabe. You know what I mean? I think Cho gets a bit more than sometimes.
Andrew, put it this way, right? If he's a part of a deal tomorrow, which involves a player coming to Chelsea that is proven, are you going to care that he's going?
No, that's the bit. That's the point. Let me be honest. Let me be honest.
Yeah, come on.
I've always said, if my loyalty is to listen. I hate Gem. You said it. I said it. I hate hives. I wish there was a Chelsea FC hive.
That's me.
Hives, yeah,
that's us.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's me, man.
Listen, I don't care who plays in that shirt if he's winning me games and cups. Trophies. Yeah. If Cho, I've said it. I can't be hypocritical. I've said it. If we went for Sancho, and Dortmund wanted Cho, I would happily
send him out.
I would send him off. I can't lie. I can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is though, is that at the moment that doesn't seem to be happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do we use an asset? Do we use him as one of our players, or do we use him as transfer bait? Do you know what I mean? Do we go? Does the ball go? 70 million for Bayern Munich. You know, I know we might regret it, but life's full of regrets, isn't it? We move on. We sold.
You know what doesn't make sense to me?
We move on.
You know what doesn't make sense to me is that I said before that maybe it's like kind of like a Tuchel wanted to see the better pairings in the starting lineup, a trust thing. You know, I say that at the same time though, there have been games where Cho is fantastic. He's lightning, right? He came in from Man City. That's the best example. Comes in from Man City, fantastic.
Which
comes
game?
in for
just
the away one, the away one at the Etihad, the 2-1 last minute win.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and he was great. He built that goal, but the very next appearance he made, makes is against Arsenal, where he had one cross. He had 35 minutes to play, had one cross. So that's why it doesn't make sense to me. How is this player capable of so quickly going from hot to cold?
Exactly, yeah.
Because he's 20 years old. He's gonna have inconsistent patches. He's not a perfect player yet.
That's really inconsistent. That was like immediate. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's true. That's true. That was a really poor game. I can't defend that game. Arsenal at home, really poor.
I mean, we were all poor. Let's get it right. But Joe is also not.
Yeah, of course.
Can you go back to that comment from Mo, because I need to clarify. This is things that these is what they think is ammunition to use against people that are actually criticising Cho. Right?
Yeah.
How many players of Chelsea let go and become as good as Lukaku and De Bruyne or
not
Salah?
many.
Look
at Solanke. Remember Solanke? Remember Solanke when Chelsea released Solanke? Everybody said it's gonna be amazing. He's gonna score this. Liverpool fucking had to give him away for 9 million, man.
Kai, my point is, it's very fucking rare. So people can't use these examples. We have players coming in and out. We have one of the biggest loan systems going on, and if they're shit, we sell them. And I ain't heard any recent ones.
You know what's a good example? You know what's a good example? Since Andrew is talking about assets. Cho is, if you guys know finance, Cho is the perfect example of overestimating your asset, man. We are acting like this just because he's English and he can dribble doesn't mean he's Messi, man. I get it. Not many English wingers can dribble, man. But that doesn't mean the kid is like the world class, blah, 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 what he is. He's a good player. He has the potential to be a great player. But stop acting like he's on the level of Lukaku and Salah just because we're going to let him go, man. That's ridiculous.
We will do a Werner debate. We will do a Werner debate, trust me. So
also 5 years older, but yeah.
So but let's not stop. We will do a Werner debate. We'll do a ZH.
After 2 seasons, Raka, yeah?
We'll do that. So we will do that. Don't worry. You can come back and you can come there and have your say. But I mean, you can't. It's Chelsea. Unfortunately, aren't a club where you can. That's why I'm sick of like he has we're like new transfers. We're linked to. He has potential. We're not the club for potential. We're right here, right now. Okay.
Can I ask Will something?
Yeah.
I already put him on timeout.
Go ahead.
Cool.
Will, if let's say we had an opportunity to get Jack Grealish, and we had to trade Callum Hudson-Odoi for Jack Grealish. I love Jack Grealish. I would get Jack Grealish any day. Would you trade Callum Hudson-Odoi?
He's going to City. He's going to City.
But again,
Let's just say he's not. It's not signed yet. It's not signed yet. But let's just say, because I want to see how highly that Will rates him, because Will really likes Jack Grealish just like I do.
I love Jack Grealish. He's one of my favorite. He's in my top 5.
We get it. We get it. Will you went?
Callum Hudson-Odoi is what.
Question, bro.
Jack Grealish is what I hope Callum Hudson-Odoi becomes, but this is like the proven guy.
I'm gonna sound like Johnny here. No offense to you, Johnny. I don't think I would.
Yeah, because you're allowing your emotions to block it. That's why. It's an emotional thing. Like Johnny, like these Cho hives, like these Jorginho hives. Everyone has an emotional attachment to these players. Instead of thinking logically about it, think about the football club instead of thinking about the individual players all the time.
Is it because he's from Cobham? Will?
I am thinking about the football club. I would trade most players in this team for Grealish. Just there's a select few.
So
Which not our fourth choice winger.
Would you exchange Pulisic for Grealish? Would you exchange Pulisic for Grealish?
Absolutely not. No.
Wow.
Ziyech?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
God! Come on. Why even ask?
So you would change Ziyech, who has been more useful for us than Cho.
He hasn't. He's played 2 more games. Got the same amount of goal contributions.
Yeah, but
goal contributions.
No. Which goals did Cho score against? What, against Rennes?
Okay.
What other fucking shit teams did he score against?
Which helps us score a 5.
Oh, Rennes. Oh, yeah, because Lampard was shit. Ziyech scored against what? Real Madrid? No, he scored against Real Madrid.
He scored against
Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid. You compared that to fucking Rennes. One of the worst team in France. Come on, man.
But he's still scoring It's still a big game.
Which big game did he score for against?
He scored against Man City. He got an assist versus Arsenal. He scored versus Rennes.
He was shit against Arsenal.
Against Rennes.
I think he's referring to the first one.
Yeah, the first one when he came on, he was good. To be fair,
I mean,
there's
still
a
lost.
few players that I think are untouchable in this team. I think Reece James is untouchable. Mount, Odoi, Pulisic, Havertz.
Why is he untouchable though? He's our 4th choice winger.
Okay, Kai, that's cool, but
okay, so how is he untouchable though? How is he untouchable?
I think he's a player that we shouldn't sell, because he will be a great player. He's a really good player already.
Based on what though? Based on what?
Based on if you go, okay, can we talk about the poor defensive and bad work rate? Because I'm not saying his mentality's all there yet, but I think his work rate is actually very good. Especially since the end of Lampard, early Thomas Tuchel, he covers a lot more distance now. His tackles per game have gone up dramatically, I think by over 50%. His interceptions have gone up by about 32%. I think he has improved with his off-the-ball work. I think he has. I don't think he's not the best off the ball. He's not like a Timo Werner or a Mason Mount. But off the ball, I think he has improved. And I think if he can improve just a little bit more...
Yeah, but I don't care how he improves. He's not good enough now. I don't give a fuck how he improves like in 2-3 years ago. We haven't won the Premier League in 5 fucking years, bro. Who has time for that shit, man?
Okay, but I'm saying I would...
But if we get Grealish, going back to the argument with Grealish, sorry, Will. If we get Grealish to improve us as the team right now, you don't want to replace our 4th choice fucking winger for Grealish, who would actually improve this team now because you have emotional attachment.
I'd rather pay whatever Villa want.
But that wasn't the choice, though. That wasn't the choice.
You're saying you want Grealish. I would also love Grealish, but I would either swap a player like a Ziyech, or I'd pay the money further or up front. I'd pay the money up front.
Okay, let me put this more logically. Let's just say we got money on Haaland, we have no money, but then the opportunity for Grealish to come to the club, 80 mil, we want to put a bid in. We don't have the money. Bayern just contacted us who wants 85 mil, 90 mil for Callum Hudson-Odoi. So if we sell Callum Hudson-Odoi to Bayern, we end up having funds.
We don't sell to Bayern.
I'm just saying. All right, Borussia, whatever. It doesn't matter. If Callum Hudson-Odoi brings you the funds to get a Grealish, do you get rid of Callum Hudson-Odoi for a Grealish?
Okay, there's one player I would swap Odoi for, okay? And that is Kylian Mbappe. I would swap Odoi.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Okay.
Mbappe
I
is
mean-
levels above Cho.
I mean,
That
I
is
can't
level of
defend Mbappe
delusion,
right
man.
now. Mbappe's been terrible
Did
at
you
the
say
tournament.
you
but
wouldn't
other
switch
than
Mbappe for him?
No, he would.
I
switch
would.
it.
He would, he
That's
would,
the
he
only
would.
player he would play.
Other
So you
than
wouldn't
that,
wait a second. You wouldn't switch him tomorrow if he was a part of a Haaland deal for him Haaland to come
no,
to Chelsea.
absolutely not. There's multiple.
Wow.
Oh,
You give
mate,
Dom
no,
the
I'm not
free
having
hit.
this. I'm sorry,
No,
you've lost it. You've lost it.
Well,
This
you're like
is
a,
what
you're
you
like
call
a love Justin
emotional
Bieber
agendas. And
fangirl,
I'm sorry,
man.
people in the chat. I can see you all in there moaning. Gem J5, he hates J5, he hates Cho, he hates this. No, it's because you guys have emotional agendas. That's what it is, yeah? All right, let's be serious about it.
Jesus Christ, man.
Jermaine put it.
I mean, if we could get Mbappe for Callum Hudson-Odoi, I mean, I would do that
No,
too.
yeah,
But
You wouldn't
I don't think
switch
that's
Haaland
gonna.
for Cho. You wouldn't
Well,
switch
I would.
nobody, PSG,
I would,
PSG or
I
not.
would.
Like, unless their owner is
would.
high, drunk,
got 1 year
and
left
on
on his deal.
LSD.
He
That's
has
the
got
only
1
way he's
year.
going to replace
You
Odoi
can ask
for Mbappe.
questions.
Yeah,
You can ask
sure.
questions. No. Yeah, but
Yeah,
why,
go- yeah.
why wouldn't you include him in the Haaland deal?
Because I don't think Haaland. Oh, this. Okay.
You know,
Okay,
I don't necessarily disagree with that statement either.
We'll finish it.
I need
No,
to
Michael,
actually.
don't do this. You wouldn't
I need
switch
to choose
Cho
my
for
words
Haaland.
carefully.
Yeah,
Here.
we have to be very careful.
Because I'm not saying that Haaland isn't good enough, because he is for Chelsea. He is good enough for Chelsea.
Because that would be ridiculous if you think Cho is good enough for Chelsea, but
Well,
Haaland isn't.
I feel
Well,
like
okay.
Mbappe is the
That's just
only.
That's just wrong.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong. I think Mbappe is the only player at his age that is out and out world class, like out and out. That's done it for more than over 3 to 4 years at the top
Mbappe,
level, top on the eye to watch, top in big moments, top product throughout the season. Like for example, big moments in the World Cup, for example, for France. Big moments for Monaco. Took a Monaco team to a semi-final in the Champions League and a Ligue 1 title. So yeah, I might be wrong, but do you think there are any other world-class players out there at the age of 22?
I think Havertz has similar numbers.
No, but he's not
Ooh.
Havertz isn't world-class yet. I can't say Havertz is world-class yet. He will be, but yeah, I don't think he
Yeah,
is.
but how does that go back to the arguments of Odoi?
No,
Odoi
because
has pathetic numbers.
That's
man.
why because I would only swap Odoi for a proven for multiple years, almost 5 years, like Mbappe, who has done it at Monaco.
Why though? Because
He's done-
most
Mbappe
average
is-
wingers have the same numbers contribution as Odoi. So I don't understand why it's only Mbappe that will be replacing with.
Yeah,
Because
it doesn't make sense.
he's the only player that is fully clear of all youngsters, of all young players, and he's better than a lot of experienced
wrong.
players too.
So wait a second, you saying Cho's a better youngster than Haaland?
Absolutely not. I didn't say
So
that.
then why would you not switch
Because I said
someone
what I mean
at the
is
top of his game at the moment?
okay. You've got
That
like
can
the
improve
youngsters.
can improve our squad and sort the issue out that we have at our football club, which is scoring goals.
Okay, what I mean by what I said is if you had a table of youngsters, yeah, I think you've got the tier 1, which is like your Fodens, your Haalands, your name more youngsters for me. Your Havertz, maybe your Mount even. You those sort of players. Maybe Odoi at the lower end of that, okay? Right now. For me, then you've got tier 2 young players, let's say maybe, I don't know.
Okay, well, which tier would you put Odoi in?
Exactly,
Which tier would you put Odoi in?
You've got-
Just so we can get.
I'm putting
this
him
is
up.
getting too long. Which tier would you put?
Okay,
him?
then you've got the tier 2, then you've got the Isaacs, the players like that. But for me, Mbappe's in his own tier. He's that far clear.
Okay, and
That's
where is
fine.
Odoi? Where is Odoi in that tier?
Odoi
'Cause
is-
I'm actually interested to know.
Odoi is
where.
near, for me, the top
Uh-huh.
tier 1. Bottom of tier
Tier-
1, around there.
Okay.
I think he needs to show more, though, to be up there with he's to be compared with Foden, etc. He needs to do more.
Kai, just there was a thing in the chat. I know it's not really debate. Would you swap Kovacic for Tielemans?
How is that related to this?
I don't know. Just put it in. I just want to hear your answer. Would you do that?
No, I wouldn't, because it's completely different players.
That's
One of them
fine,
is attack, one of
you
them is
answered it.
defensive.
You answer it. You don't need to go any further. This question as well. If Cho got more minutes in the attacking positions, would he have been as bad as Werner, Pulisic, and Ziyech this season? Do you think, guys?
I think it's hard to say.
I'll tell you why. Because everyone else around him was performing poor. So how does that elevate Cho? Cho's not a goal scorer. He's not going to pull it in the back of the net. He's not going to change games. He's not going to win us games individually. He's not a Hazard, is he? So what is it? What is it that he would have done?
To them, yeah, but Jim, to his fanboys, he's a Hazard. He's as good as Hazard. He's like the English Hazard for them. That's why they like him.
No,
so
the
much.
English Hazard is Jack Grealish, right? That's
Please stop.
Yes.
The only thing about Jack Grealish and Hazard is that they get fouled. There's nothing else.
That is
Both
it.
have-
I was about to say
Oh, they have really. They both have pretty good game, man.
Yeah, they have both
Dribbling
have good
skill,
grab
their
on the
dribbling
ball as
skill.
well. Yeah.
No, but I feel like I just think their play style's similar, right?
No, we're on show. We're not Grealish.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I wanted to defend Will a little bit here too because he was saying he wouldn't necessarily trade Cho for Haaland, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. And the reason I don't disagree with that is because I don't think the solution to this club is patching up one hole only to make another one. Because earlier in the season, as soon as Ziyech got hurt, we went to a winger crisis. We actually, not even just Ziyech. It was Callum Hudson-Odoi and Ziyech that were hurt at the same time. And when they were hurt at the same time, we were fucked for wingers. We had Pulisic and we tried Kai Havertz. Havertz was terrible at the wing when he played against Everton, I think it was. And then we tried. Who else did we try in the wing? I don't even know. Timo was on the wing for a while too.
Mount was on the wing.
We had to play Tammy. So I think if we were to get rid of a winger and leave ourselves with that's 3 wingers, I think two wingers. We're gonna be fucked. So I don't think getting rid of a winger for a striker is gonna be the solution, which is why I propose a winger for a winger.
No, I get that.
And Mbappe is a natural left winger as well. I know over the years he has played striker at times, but he is a natural left winger.
Yeah, he is because he's fast as well. And
I don't know. Look, all I'm saying to you, Cho lovers, is do you want to just allow him to plod along?
Show files, man. That's what they call it.
Show files, whatever you want to call them. Do you want to allow him to just plod along at Chelsea, maybe or maybe not get the minutes that you think he's going to get? Yeah. And us miss out on winning a league because we didn't bother signing someone that could potentially excel us to that level.
I don't think Odoi is going to stop us from signing anyone, though. I don't think he will not go before certain other players.
Yeah, but my point is, Will, if another winger comes in, he goes down in the pecking order. Chelsea spend money 67 million on the week.
I think Tuchel likes him more than Ziyech. I do think he likes him more than he does Ziyech.
So why does he play him less than Ziyech?
So why is he playing less then?
Yeah. He doesn't. Cho's only played 2 games less than Ziyech this year, and Ziyech has been linked to Napoli and AC Milan so many times by different.
He's not going anywhere. He's really confirmed. He's not going nowhere.
Okay, well, I promise you, we can have a bet even. Okay, I don't know.
No, don't say you're gonna not do anything.
I'm gonna make another bet.
Don't bet on money that you don't have. Will.
Okay, so far I've gotten
why can't he
the Ruben Loftus-Cheek bet.
Because I think he will.
Right
why can't Cho get in front of Ziyech if he's better than Ziyech? Why can't Cho cement his place in the team?
He has. When he first came in, he played wing back for a good 3 to 4 games straight.
And then he got taken off.
Until Tuchel realized how crap he is and stopped playing him, man.
Do you remember that one game when he came on as a sub and then he got taken off as a sub?
Okay, but I don't think. Yeah, okay, but that was because, in my opinion, I might be wrong, but he's a young player, Odoi, and Tuchel had the opportunity to make an example of why you don't.
So is Mount, though. Mount is also a young player. Push is also a young player. There's not that much difference between
Mount was our man of the match that game, so you can't take Mount off. I'm not saying that Odoi has overperformed Mount because he hasn't. I'm not saying that.
But until winner,
you can't take off an experienced player because you saw what Lampard did with experienced players when he started to mess around with them. It created a divide in the dressing room and it got him sacked. So if you have the chance to make an example of something, you make it out of Odoi, who's not necessarily done as much as other young players like James or Mount yet, and you make an example, and you make that an example of why you don't slack. That's why I think he did it. He literally played Odoi. He played Odoi versus Atletico the game after.
Well, but that's you clinching to straws, my man.
It's
I'm just hoping that's the excuse.
I think that was. He played him against Atletico after.
Look, the thing that doesn't really work in your favor and kind of counter your argument is Pulisic and Mount and all those attackers are a similar age to Cho. They're not that much older than him. It's not like in those 1 year or 2 year he's gonna be like a completely different player compared to them. They're similar age to them. The only one who's older than him was what's his name? Is Werner. Other than him, they're all the similar age and they're playing more than him. Okay. And if I was an Odoi fan, that would worry me.
I'm gonna go to the players that were actually playing on against Southampton because I roughly remember. Okay. Yeah, Kante was playing, Kovacic was playing, both experienced winners at the top level.
Why are we only
Mount,
talking about one game when he's the whole season he barely
because
played?
you brought up an example of why he got subbed off for Southampton, so I'm going to go through
I did
that.
not. I just said that.
You said as a point in your argument, why did he bring him off after coming on for 20 minutes for Southampton? And
I said why he stopped bringing him up after the Southampton game. He barely played.
He played him against Atletico and he played 65 minutes.
But how? But when was the Atletico game? It was a long time ago. After that, he barely featured.
Okay. I can't remember all the games after that on top of my head. Okay. And I said, because he needs to go with players he trusts. I get that he doesn't trust Cho in these big games yet. Because you're going to play Asby, you're going to play James. The front three, you know why Werner was playing, you know why Mount was playing, you know why Havertz was playing. So there's not... And the maths wouldn't work out if Odoi had to play. Odoi didn't have to play in those games because he wanted to go with players he trusts more. Which at the time he would have trusted those players that are either more experienced or shown more in that season. So that's why I don't think he's paid.
What I'm going to say, Will, right, is if he doesn't, mark my words now, I'm going to say it on KH No Filter now, and you can clip it if you want as well. If he does not, if he does not next season get as many minutes or more than what you guys think he should have. Well, I think he should be playing at least half the games that we get next season in all competitions. I'm not talking about Premier League, in all competitions. If he doesn't do that and we still have the same problem next season, he needs to go.
Now we will have this. We will have the same problem, but it's not because of Cho. It's because of all of our wingers are kind of.
Yeah, but he needs to go. I'm talking about Cho specifically. He shouldn't stay at Chelsea. He's going to continuously have this problem.
Yeah, Ziyech will. But Ziyech is not a winger though, Marshall. He's
as an individual.
Can I answer your question?
I'm talking about him as an individual. His progression as a young player. If he's not going to be given this opportunity to excel and become the player that he's not think he's going to become,
I could give a flying fuck about his progression as a young player, man. I want to see the progression.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. So then let him go. Then,
like, what's his name? Alexis put a perfect, like, kind of like the average rate, the average points we had in the last 5 years. And it's worrying. Like, we started from 95.
That's not down to Odoi. That's down to...
Yeah, it's not down to Odoi, but it's down to this new trend of fucking giving players... We're becoming Arsenal. We're giving players too much fucking time.
But it's down to how we bought Bakayoko, Zappacosta, Emerson, Drinkwater, Morata, and I like Morata, but he was shit for us.
Ruska, can you just fuck off, man? Just like fuck off. If you can't listen to people have a debate about something, just fuck off. Go watch fucking Teletubbies on YouTube, man. Go do something else.
Andrew, you know that comment before?
Grow the fuck up, man. Jesus Christ, like a baby.
Before we go, there's the 60.
He's just sulking. He's a Cho lover.
Some more likes on the video, please.
Yeah, but mature. Like, learn how to listen to other people's opinion without being.
I told you, it's emotional agendas, man. That's what I call them.
Yeah, you can. You know what? You're done. You're done.
Who's Milk Merchant?
I don't know. They're done. They're done. Yeah, they're done. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, Andrew, you know the comment which said about Odoi's fanboys on Twitter and the Loftus Cheek fanboys on Twitter. I'm not a part of that cult, okay? I'm not a part of that cult. I block most of those people that I see giving hate to Tuchel because they're not playing Odoi. Because
that's what most crazy people say, though, Will. They say, I'm not crazy. I'm not like the other crazy people. I'm normal. The same, bro.
God's sake. Yeah, but I'm not a part of any Cho hive or anything like that. I like Cho a lot as a player, and I defend him. But
yeah, don't spam the chat either.
Here's a definition of what?
Sorry,
of good and nothing more. And he's got a point at the moment. I agree to that. He's not an elite youngster.
But what's your definition of an elite youngster?
Like Mount is being an elite youngster for us. Reece has been an elite youngster for us.
They're older though.
Yeah, but this 1 or 2 years are not gonna a player is not gonna go from an okay player to a world class player in 1 year.
I mean, okay, hold on. I don't know, because Mason Mount at the beginning of this season was totally different than the Mason Mount we ended up with, and that was
only 1 year. He also played a different position as well. He plays an 8, and he's not that much of a
but even when he was playing as an 8, we saw the beginning of the season. We saw what he was as an 8 last season, and then we saw what he was as an 8 this season. Under Lampard, he improved drastically. Under Lampard's reign, when we were doing so shit, he was our best player. So,
yeah, but
I
he
mean,
was. Yeah, but that doesn't say much. If he's our best player when we were ninth, it doesn't say much.
you got-
It just
yeah,
says
but
he's our
like,
best player of
I'm
the
just
team because he's
saying,
ranked ninth.
when he's when Callum Hudson-Odoi is 20, when he gets to the age of 22, I want to see the drastic improvement. There's going to be a drastic improvement.
Yeah, but
You
he's
just
not
gotta be
getting that
patient.
out. He's
No,
not
but
giving
that's
the
just
minutes,
you're
is he?
saying.
That's my point.
Not every
He
player
might
just
be
have a
given the
drastic.
minutes, yeah.
Every player has their own way of growing, man. They don't all have the
Mhm.
same like fucking steady like fucking progress. Some players progress fast, some players progress less. I don't see a change from Cho now and compared to 2017. For me, it's the same player.
I do.
Decline,
You can
yeah.
argue that he declined. You can argue that
Decline.
he's even declined.
No, he's not.
Right,
Before
the,
he
answer
was-
to that is, the answer to that is clear and obvious. Because he doesn't have the minutes, so he's not going to progress and be this player in 2
He has-
years
he
down
has
the line. He's
improved.
going to be the
I'm
same
sorry.
fucking position.
I honestly don't
Just
think.
let
I
him
think
go.
2.5 years, he has improved.
No, I
he has
think-
improved. He's,
I don't know.
he's
For me, it was
improved.
better
His
before.
off the ball work has improved drastically. It has. It
Really?
has. If you
Really?
even watch games of him under Sarri to games of him under Tuchel, please.
Can you explain to me what off-the-ball movement you think he's improved on? What do you mean
Well,
by
it's
that?
off the
I
ball.
wanna-
Andrew, I'll block him. He won't be able to come. He'll just be like the IP.
Oh, so I just did that. Sorry. Sorry.
What
Next
do you
time it
mean
happens, I'll let
off
you
the
do it.
ball?
His off the ball work,
I'll
his
leave it to
tracking
you,
back,
I'll leave
his
it
tackling, his anticipation, his interceptions. They've all his
So his
How we
defensive
cut-
aspect off the ball you're talking about, yeah? His defensive aspect.
yeah, his off the ball work, like pressing,
Yeah.
things like that, covering more ground. He has improved. His shooting needs to improve. I agree. His shooting
His
is
movement
not
off the ball needs to improve.
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah,
But he's
but why 16, bro? We literally said that all our attackers are underperforming. But this specific show we're talking about Cho because he has been here for 3 years.
Yeah,
He has
exactly.
nothing to show for it.
This is a Cho debate, as in the title of the.
Yeah, like how many times?
Said.
Literally, I said that none of our wingers have been good enough. I said none of our attackers have been
We're
good
going to have
enough.
a Pulisic debate. We're going to have a Werner debate. We're going to have.
Yeah, people think we're
a Ziyech
defending
debate. We're gonna
Ziyech.
have
People are just too attached to
We're not
players that
defending
stop
anyone.
like
That's the problem.
they're logical, you know.
That's the problem. Keep
Yeah.
it to Cho and defending Cho without bringing in other
Other
players
individuals, yeah.
into it because it just weakens your argument.
Mm.
Okay,
God,
listen, be passionate. But we have to do the same as well. That's why we're not bringing in like he's worse than this player and that player. We're just focusing on Cho. We want Cho to be better. We don't hate Cho. We want him. We want him to be consistent. We want him to take advantage of every opportunity he gets, and makes Tuchel go, I can't drop this guy. Like Mason Mount's done, like Reece James has done, like Mendy has done, like all of them have done. Like just go, I can't drop this guy. I can't drop this guy. And, you know, he's so important to me. I'm going to make sure I don't overplay him. Do you know what I mean? That's what we want Cho to do.
Look at this, man. Literally, this one of our biggest ever legend to rep a player who haven't done fuck all for us.
You, Mo.
Like literally, like that's the issue with these
people. Please say you're
man.
trolling, Mo. Please tell me you're trolling, please.
Like when you put down Drogba to big up a player who came from the academy who didn't do anything for us,
just
other than take a picture with the Champions League.
Is he just mugging off Drogba? Is he mugging off Drogba? No.
Big up.
It's actually Mo. Please tell me you're.
Mo is the kind of guy. Mo is the kind of guy who his girl cheats on him. He's like, oh, but at least she makes a good omelet. That's the kind of guy.
Mo, you do realise that when we do
Can't slug off Drogba
build
like
our
that.
new stadium, that man's getting a statue outside. You do.
Yeah,
realise that,
you
Mo.
can't.
You do realise that, yeah.
That man's a legend.
Marshall, we haven't heard from you.
Cho wouldn't even get the burger named after him, man.
Oh, come on.
No, he's referring to my comment before. If you want to highlight it, it was a little higher up.
What did you say before? Oh, for God's sake!
one like equals 1 minute of playing time for Cho.
Raka, we will do that. We will do the Werner show. Don't worry, we'll do that. But you keep in mind as well. Be fair, like we are doing here, okay?
Andrew, you know the Pulisic debate. You know I'm gonna have to defend him twice as much because I feel
you are because I feel
when you do Pulisic, you got to
Yeah.
get Connor on, man.
You know what's
As an American, even I can't defend him.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though?
I need to request
Sorry, Will.
something.
Yeah, can I just say something? What's crazy is Will actually bigs up Cho and he bigs up Pulisic. That never happens in our fan base because all the Cho sexuals, they're like, Pulisic is shit. Cho should play over him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So Will is a rare breed, man. He's a rare breed.
Andrew, when you do the Pulisic debate, we should get Connor on. You know the American guy, Connor. He's a Pulisic sexual, isn't he?
Super one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he's He's the
He's
other
from
one.
Hawaii, actually,
He's-
Marshall. He's from Hawaii.
Oh wow, he's living good. Damn.
We'll open that
Oh, he's
more up
nice.
to the floor. We'll open that more up to the floor as well.
Yeah, we need. Can I make a request? We need to get Johnny on for the Pulisic debate, right? Bring in the firepower.
No.
Bring in the
You
fire
can't talk
power.
when Johnny's in.
No,
He
no,
just
no.
talks and talks.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
talks.
no, you can't talk with Johnny's.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Listen, Johnny's.
Talking
Yeah,
talking to Johnny, debating Johnny on the football is like debating a feminist about the pay gap, man. You're not gonna go anywhere, man. You're just gonna keep going back and back and back and back, man. We're not doing that. You're not even gonna get a sentence in, man.
Those are the views of Kai. And Kai
Oh, sorry. An extreme feminist, not like
there
a.
we go.
We love everybody. Yeah.
We love,
Sorry.
So just not the extreme. But yeah, I mean, let's round it up. I mean, we like I said, we don't hate Cho. We don't, we want him to succeed. It helps us. We all love the club. We want our club to be successful. We want them to have.
Can I answer this? No, Ryan, I'm a heterosexual male, man. I'm not.
I am watching Ryan. I am looking forward to Love Island. All right, I am. It is a gift.
I'm going on there.
You're going on.
Jim, to be fair, you do look like the kind of guy who would be on there. Man.
I'm
I
going
got
on
asked to go there before. I was like, nah, fuck that. I ain't going.
Why can't they send them? Why can't they send them to? Why can't they send them to an island that's not connected to any mainland and see if they just survive? That's
You know what they should send them to? They should send them to the Jurassic Park Island, man. I'd watch that, man.
Oh, that'd be so entertaining.
Oh my god, I'm being chased by a T-Rex. Let me take a selfie.
Mo, I gave you the opportunity here. You're pushing your luck, Mo. I swear to God, right? You don't.
Nah, Mo's trolling. Mo's trolling. Leave
You
it.
better be
Leave it.
trolling.
He has to be. He has to be. He has
I
to
know Mo's a troll.
Cool. Yeah. Like I said, we all want Chelsea to succeed. It helps Chelsea, like, most of all,
But he ain't Sancho, and get it in your head.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not Sancho. All right, stop
Yeah.
comparing him.
I was going to make a joke, but I don't want to trigger you guys. Actually, I don't know.
Oh no. But like I said, we'll be going. Listen, we'll be doing more debates. This is not singled out. We did debate about Cho. I think it's been fair. It's not been heated. Everyone's listened to each other. They respect each other. But like we say, we'll do the Werner debate. We'll do the Ziyech debate. We'll do the Pulisic.
Oh, the Ziyech debate.
We'll do the Jorginho debate. We'll do, we can do any other debate you want. We can.
Not the
we can
Mount
do
debate
that.
though. We went.
No.
months on doing Mount debates. We are not doing that anymore.
Oh yeah, we
That's
should do a
done.
Mount debate. Though, to be
Mount
fair.
won the debate. Okay. Mount
What
won.
do you mean? You want a mount debate? Go back 2 months ago, man. It's a whole month of
no,
it.
a new one.
Kai used Mount and said he's been exceptional.
I have,
said it on
yeah.
the stream. So,
Mount won that debate.
We still need to have a debate.
Mount won.
We'll have the Billy Gilmore debate. That'd be fun.
Oh,
It's gonna be a very short debate, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
No, it's not though. It's not because
But
I'd be defending Gilmore. I can't lie.
No, you missed that, Will, didn't you? Went over your head.
Will, it went right over your head,
sorry.
Will.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you
I
can,
got-
yeah,
I
fine,
get
yeah,
the-
Mo, you
I
can,
get the-
Mo, if you're gonna hold it grudge for 3 years, then you need some help, man. Move on. Oh, go. Kai, do you want to deal with that one or the milk merchant one?
What did Milk Merchant say? Let's have a look.
He said the same.
I mean,
thing as
look at the whole wall of
Yeah,
things he's saying.
Jesus
this guy-
God, Milk Sexual. Do you not have anything better to do with your
Milk
life?
sexual.
I mean, Milk Merchant. Don't you have anything better to
Might
do
as
with your
well
life?
be a milk sexual. Jesus.
Let's get a final word then on Cho and Gem overall. What are you looking for? What are you looking for him to do? What do you want to happen? What do you think is going to happen with him?
Oh, I don't. He's the mystery. He's like that game Mystery where you got to try and suss out like what's going to happen next. Guess who? Do you know what I mean? Like I don't honestly know with Cho. Look, I just want Cho to be given the minutes. If he's going to stay at Chelsea, I want him to be given the minutes like everyone's saying he's going to get, so that he can show us the player that he can become. Because he's a good player. I'm not sitting here saying I hate Cho. He's crap. He is a very good, talented player. Has a lot of potential. Once he's given them minutes, It's going to be down to him to step up to the levels that the other boys that are in our team have taken their opportunities. Yeah, and I hope he gets that. If he doesn't get that opportunity, and we're sitting here at the end of the next season with the same crap, then we should look to move him on. That's it. What got to say?
Anyway, people, I added some modders. Yeah, if you guys see the name in blue, you guys are modders. Just keep the chat going.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Kai, what do you want to end with Chai? What's your final thoughts?
Final thought is, like he gets like this year is the last year. If he stays, it's the last year he will get from me. And if he still play like ass, it's I'm afraid it's time to go, man. I don't care if he came from the academy. I don't care if he had breakfast every day at the fucking pub near the stadium. I don't give a flying fuck, man. It's time for us to stop being attached, like show boys. I get it. You don't love, but with time, even with breakups, with time it heals. You start like seeing things clearly, that you haven't seen before. It's the same thing. Just let it go. Go listen to Frozen, man. Let it go.
Go listen to Frozen. Jesus.
Marshall, last bit on show.
Last bit on show is listen. Let's see what happens after the end of the season. Let's see if he gets enough time or playing time. If he gets more favored by Tuchel, who knows? Actually, I do know. At some point this season, Pulisic is going to get injured, and Cho's going to have to play. So it's bound to happen. He might be under Ziyech's shadow, but that just happens when you get your season to warm up and step up and score important goals. But anyways, Cho I think should stay. Let's see what happens with him by the end of the season. I get the frustration. If he gets the opportunity to play, he has to perform and he has to solidify his place in the squad like the other players have.
Yeah,
true. I think. Well, go on. Sorry, mate. You finish. Up.
I think if he gets, he's going to get more minutes this season, I think, and if he does, I predict him, and I think he needs to improve on his goals and assists by at least 6 goal contributions in all comps. My goal for him is to be in the starting lineup more and to get at least 16 goal contributions in all comps next year. So if that's 6 goals, 10 assists, whatever, in all comps, I think that is a target which he can achieve if he gets time, especially if he gets minutes in attacking positions. I think he just needs to improve a little bit in front of goal. And I think if he can do that, he'll be a great player for us.
Yeah. You're right. That's the end of the debate there. So I think we'll do the Pulisic debate next week, guys. Yeah, you up for Pulisic debate? And
we should do the Jorginho debate. I think it would be much better.
You want to do the Jorginho?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, especially if Italy beat Austria and he has another masterclass and they go far in the Euros, that would be a great time.
I think that the Jorginho one would be most relevant, so we'll just do the Jorginho.
We'll do the old J5 Hive.
I'll make sure that I'm not around for that game.
You see what Mourinho said about him? Mourinho said he's the best midfielder in Europe, man.
Who?
Sheesh, Mourinho.
That's Mourinho, man.
Yes,
he said it right now. He said it right as it's on form. He said, to be fair, he said on form.
Again with Jorginho, go like this, and open your eyes. Yeah, stop going to sleep and dreaming of him all the time. And
see, Jim, that's where you and I disagree because I actually rate Jorginho. I think he's very underrated.
I don't hate Jorginho, but what I do hate is
I didn't say you hate. I said rate. Calm down, man. Jesus Christ, man.
I rate him. He's all right. He's doing well. I give him that.
£1 million.
All right.
I'm not as bad as Lambs. Get Lambs on. She'll deal with him for you.
Oh god.
Especially if you give Lambs a magic potion, man.
Get him out of my club!
Just talk her up.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Get him out of my club.
Will, hi. Please like and share the video. Subscribe. Everyone's links.
Love you,
in the
Lambs.
description below. Like I say, we'll
Big
be
up,
back
Lambs.
for
Big up,
it's now the
Lambs.
Jorginho debate next week. It might be Thursday because I think the first quarter-final game is on Friday. So it'll be either Thursday or Friday.
Andrew, can I say one thing before we wrap up?
Unbelievable. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say one more thing before?
Yes,
go and subscribe to Lambs' channel, actually, Lambs Reacts. I'm doing a collaboration with her very soon. So go and watch out for that.
He's gonna do a face reveal. Go.
Maybe we'll see. Probably not, to be fair. But
I bet you look like Jorginho. I've got a feeling you like Jorginho, man.
That's what I said.
That's why you love him.
He is, yeah. He's Jorginho.
Watch out for that. Watch out for that, and go subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So good stuff there. But yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a good one, actually. It's been a debate where we've not been screaming at each other, so it's been quite a good one. Go on, Kai, take us out.
People, take care of yourself. Take your vitamins and your minerals. And we'll see you guys next week. Take care. See you guys.
Bye-bye.